Okay guys, I'm going to show you a little bit how to repair the impulse healer. I already turned over the rubber piece that I told you was messed up. I just used these little pliers, grabbed the bottom, pulled it through. So now it lines up nice on there. So we're going to take this part off first. I'll get my box out of the way here. Get my parts ready. So I won't know if I have to replace the Teflon tape until I actually take the top off to see. So I got this little handy cute little ratchet screwdriver. You can use a normal screwdriver, that's fine too. I'm going to find a bit that fits into the screw. I would say that's the one. So first off comes, get in there. Come on, big boy. Make sure it's the right way here. Okay. So, off comes these pieces first. You can use a screwdriver, it's probably easier for you. Oh, what happened here? There we go. It's always good to kind of loosen them first before you take them off. Whoops. I think a little screwdriver might be easier. We'll have to see. So first you're going to take these screws off. And I'll show you on this side what screws I'm talking about. These ones. You're taking off this middle piece here. And I may pause it while I do this so you don't have to see me do this whole part. And I'll be back when I have the metal off. Okay, I'm back. I took off the one side. I'm just taking off the other side. I actually switched up the little ratchet for a screwdriver. So, I'm just going to finish taking off this. Here's your little pieces. And it wouldn't hurt to take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and rinse off the grease or the rust if there is any. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I don't know if anybody else does this or not, but there's all kinds of little fingerprints and just I don't think you want to introduce a lot of things into that element. So you're not going to get it all off, but clean it up a little bit won't hurt at all. It does take a lot of the rust parts off, so that's always good. So we just clean it up a little bit. I'll wipe it off after too when I put it back on. Okay, now this is the tape that goes on top. And you see it's burnt right through. You don't want that. If you even see a slight bit of this going onto your tape, right there, it's time to change it. Now, looking at this, I don't know if you can see that well. That's the element that's burnt there in the middle piece. So we have to take the element off, because we're going to put a new element on, and I'm sure we're going to need a new tape as well. You only have to undo the one screw on this side, because there is a little hook at the other end that it fits over, it kind of pulls on. So yeah, that element is completely cooked, if you guys can see that. It's completely cooked. Done. And looking at the tape, so's the tape. So, there's your tape off. Really gross. Get rid of that. I'm going to give this a little bit of a wipe. And you always should check these periodically when you clean it, because you don't really want to see the metal coming through. And this one is actually looking to me like it's starting to show, and that actually can cause a short. And that could be part of the reason why this is doing what it's doing. But I'm going to use the tape that's supplied in the kit, just because it's pre-cut. And it's what came with it, so I want to make sure I'm using the right kind. So you just make sure you put it on past the screw. It's got a sticky side. So I'd like to just peel off only a part of it, just to get it, if I can even, I should be wearing my glasses. Come on now. What did I say about being prepared? And stuff never works for me. Okay, I can't see. I should have my glasses on. Hold that thought, I'm going to get my... Okay, I'm back. Hopefully this works. I haven't worn my glasses in a while. I'm not used to it. But I should be wearing them. These ones should be for up close, and I should be wearing the other ones daily. I have two different kinds of eyesight. It's really strange. Can't drive a car without my long reading ones. There we go. So you peel off. I always peel off a little bit, and then I line it up kind of where it's supposed to go. So I take it right to the nut, like where your screw goes. Stick it on, and then you can slowly pull off the tape underneath, making sure that you're sticking it to the right spot and keeping it nice and straight. And if you screw up, just fix it. You don't, yeah, see, the trick is you don't want any of that metal touching underneath. And I'm going to test this when I'm done, so you guys can actually see how it works. Make sure I got this on here straight. I think we're good. Nope, I didn't. I didn't line it up. There we go. So that's that. Then you take your new element. You should probably be wearing gloves because you really don't want to touch the metal part too much. One way is up, one way is down. You want to make sure you do it the right way. Hook it over the little thing in there. There's like a little, it's like a little, it reminds me of a screw, but it's not. It's like a pulley thing. Okay. And you put that in, put the screw in. I think I just put the screw in wrong. I did. You do not want to strip the screws, people. That is not good. There we go. Making sure that that's straight. And tight, but not super tight. Just got a touch. That's perfect. There's your new element, the new tape. Now, the way I put the tape, the Teflon tape is I start to put the sides on a little bit so that I can slide it in. So I'm just going to, actually, maybe we'll just try this. I usually put a side on first and then the tape, but I want to put the tape on first. Both sides are shiny, so it doesn't really matter too much. You don't want to get greasy fingerprints on these. So, there's the one half. As I touch it and say don't put greasy fingerprints on it. I just sort of slightly attach the middle side here. And if I remember correctly, I think one of these screws was stripped last time, or cross-threaded. This is where I could really use my horsey friend. He's got little fingers. So that's on loose. And this is the one that's cross-threaded. I knew it. Okay, I'll muck with that in a sec. But anyways, that's in, sort of. The trick is to get the other side on and hold it down. So, we'll put that on like so. Yeah, no, I gotta fix this side first. Shoot. It's not... Oh, hold on. Stereo ghost turning on again. Just a second. You want to hear it? No one's doing it. Listen. It's Genesis.
That was exactly 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock every day. Stereo comes on. Look at even Fury. Look at the cat. That's something fishy, isn't it, bud? And this song is...
It's like Groundhog Day. Day.
It is. It is. It's Groundhog Day. Anyways, I have to turn it off. Hold on. Anyway, sorry, that was really weird. Happens every morning. The stereo comes on and plays Genesis. Not planned. And the weirdest part is it's a part of the CD that doesn't... There's 3 disc CDs, and that one and the middle one don't work. But it works that way. It's the strangest thing. Anyways, what was I doing? Fixing my impulse sealer. Okay, so we're going to tighten this side up a bit more. Oh, Jesus. That was a jolt. I just got jolted for no reason. Like a surge of nerves. It was scary. Watch my tablet go dead now. This is what happens when there's always stuff going on in this house. Don't die on me, tablet. I'm not done my video. Okay, so that's not super tight. I have to put this side on. Make sure we do it right. And you want to make sure... Okay. You have to make sure that it's like evenly covered. Like so the Teflon is in the middle. And not covering the holes. I sure hope this works after I do this, because I can't wait to show you guys how this works. I love this thing. And I'll get a bath bomb. That should have been wrapped up a long time ago. And I got my sealer bags, so... We'll find out if it works, or if it's cooked, then I will have to get a new one, but it's so much better to just be able to replace parts. They're not that expensive, and like I said, if you can get more than one set, that's the way to go. Okay, we're all in. Time for tighties. 12 minutes of doing this, okay. So, that's that one. I will seal a bath bomb to show you as soon as I'm done. Okay, that's that side. Now we tighten this one. And this is that stupid screw that has a mind of its own. You don't want it too tight, but you want it snug. Because you don't want anything slipping when you're when you're sealing. At least that's what I find, because you can short it out if the metals touch the metals. That's what you don't want. That's why it's got the Teflon and all in there. Okay, so that's that. I will go get a shrink wrap bag and a couple bombs, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got, there's 3 bath bombs. I've got this one, and a 2-inch. I'm not really sure what size that is. I think that's a 1.75. It's a plastic one. So, as far as bags go, I've got 100 gauge. These are the big bags I use for my big bling bombs. I do have other sizes. These I bought on eBay. I wasn't really sure of what sizes to get, so we got 6x9. And if I remember correctly, these are 6.5 by 9, so they're wider. As you can see, they're wider. And I had some smaller ones. I guess I've used them all. So I will use the 6x9 just to show you. These are 100 gauge bags too, but they feel a lot thinner. So I will do. Let's do the heart first, okay? Or we'll do something bigger. Let's do something bigger. And you see the bag is obviously way too big for the bomb. So I got the bag, got the bomb. Come over here. Can you guys see that good? Anyways, I take the bag. You can do the side first if you like, but I put it in this way. Make sure it's where I want it. Let's see if I can turn this so you guys can see this. You watching? Okay, I just slide it down. It just engaged, it clicked, and I did it. Okay, so what I did there was I sealed it. So if I turn it up a tiny bit more, if I do that again, yeah, it's not high enough. It'll cut it. And it's leaving plastic on there. Yeah. Usually you can just scrape it off. That's fine. It didn't burn. So then you have a bag shaped like this. So then you just put it back in the sealer. Give her, when you hear it clicks off when it's done. Now so you can seal the bag. That's a really crappy looking seal. Which means I have to turn the heat up a bit. I don't normally like to turn it up that high. But so we got this half a bag I cut off. I can still use it. Put the heart in. I will seal it this way first. Clicked off. Sealed. Yeah, I don't like these bags. I like my other bags better. And then we got this little pocket left. You should always scrape off if there's any plastic residue left on your line. Get it off because it'll burn. There you go. And then I would shrink that with the heat gun. I will do one more just to show you. I'm going to try with a different bag actually because I like the other bags better. So let's try. This is a U-Long bag and it's 100 gauge, but to me it just feels so much better. And these shrink better too. The other ones I have are the Eco bags. They're just, I mean I like them, but they're, if you see the edges, they're not, I don't know, maybe it's my heat seal system, maybe it's the bags, I don't really know. So anyways, I haven't tried sealing a U-Line bag yet, so this should be interesting. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can see that. The front of the impulse sealer, I wish I could turn it. There's a light on it. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put this up on a box so it's higher, and you can see. If I can put the box up. Okay. So now it's a bit higher. There, you can see it. Okay. So you take the bag and the bomb, put it in the machine, like so, where you want it. Close it down. See the light at the front? There, it's sealed off. That's better. That's a lot better. So, and then make it smaller. Could have been a little bit longer than that. Yeah, these are really good gauge bags. Sometimes you have to do it twice. But anyways, it's got a bit of a rough edge, but normally it would be nicer than that. And you just heat shrink it with your gun or hair dryer or whatever you have. And then you have your bombs done. You could put tags inside. I don't. I usually shrink them. My bigger ones, I do bags. I just heat shrink them. I don't seal them. But this is great for doing soaps. The smaller bombs, bubble bars, it's great. It's whatever you want it, you know, whatever you need it for. I know a lot of people can do, you can use, what do you call it? A saran wrap, that's fine too. That's completely fine. It's whatever you want. I love my shrink wrap. I love my little machine. And actually, I think I fixed it totally good because, look, there's not one mark on there right now. So that's good. So you just always unplug it and put it away. I let it cool down a bit. It's not hot, but sometimes you get a bit of a heat feeling there. So that's basically how you use it. It's not super hard, but there you go. And like I said, once they're heat shrunk, once they're once you hit the heat gun on them, they'll shrink up real nice and they'll be a lot more pretty than this. Plus the bags are everything. If you have the better bags, you'll get a nice clean cut. But you can see the heat kind of melts them a little bit anyways. But you're going to shrink it anyhow, right? So anyways, I hope that helps a bit. Shows you guys what's what. And if you have one and you need to fix it, it doesn't take that much. Talk to you guys later.